You see, when it comes to the stories that we all love, from Naruto, Attack on Titan, and any book that you have ever read, they follow a set of rules that make the story good. You see, if you come to understand these rules, you can predict the future events that will occur in the series. This is exactly what we're going to be doing today, as we are going to be predicting Boruto and Kawaki's new path and roles in the timeskip. So to predict this, we need to apply a certain rule called the hero's journey. We are able to apply this because Naruto and Boruto are both based on ancient Japanese myths and mythologies. So the hero's journey can be described as a cycle that all heroes go through. This is not only applied to the main character, but other side characters, so this could be applied to Sasuke and Naruto too. Heroes in short stories tend to have one cycle, while heroes in longer stories tend to have multiple. This is the case for Boruto, as Kawaki and Boruto are now about to begin their third cycle. So let me give you an example of the hero's cycle, with Boruto's cycle that he has just completed. Boruto's cycle started off with a call to adventure, where the hero received his call to action or motive for fighting. For Boruto, his call to action was to get rid of the karma. Momoshiki had just destroyed Sasuke's Rinnegan using Boruto's body. This is where Boruto got his call to action because he didn't want to harm the people around him, so he had to do everything to get rid of the karma. The next stage is assistance. During this stage, the hero needs assistance, so he does that by finding a mentor or a friend or etc. For Boruto, it was Kawaki who promised him that he would do everything to get rid of the karma no matter what. During their conversation on the Hokage statues, they were able to talk about different methods that they could find to get rid of the karma. The next stage is departure, where the hero leaves his comfort zone to go into a place where he is less comfortable. For Boruto, it was going with Kawaki to meet Code. Kawaki didn't want him to go with him, but using his new Otsutsuki abilities, he was able to follow him and track Code. The next stage of the hero's journeys are the trials. The hero experiences trials and tribulations during his journey. For Boruto, it was a time where he was basically getting molested by Code, but then he learned how to use the karma and started fighting pretty well. However, Borushiki takes over and seems to join Code's side. However, this stage did not last quickly as Boruto fell into a crisis. So the crisis stage is the stage where the hero goes through his darkest hours and maybe even faces death and potentially dies, but is then reborn. For Boruto, he does that by being killed by Kawaki, who pierced his body. However, Momoshiki steps in and revives Boruto. This is something that we did not expect, as heroes don't usually die in their stories. But as the hero's cycle predicted, the hero is revived and brought back into the story. The next stage is the return, where the hero comes back with recognition or with a new sense of identity. In Boruto's case, he was reborn with a new set of identity. He is now a full Otsutsuki. This comes with advantages and disadvantages, as Boruto is now able to use Momoshiki's abilities better, but he has become the perfect sacrifice for the god tree. The cycle ends there for Boruto, as Boruto's story is not over and still continues, which is why he has new cycles to come. So now that Boruto's cycle is finished, he's ready to embark on his next one. And now the only missing thing is his call to action. This is the same for Kawaki, who has just finished his cycle alongside Boruto. So right now, both of these characters, Boruto and Kawaki, are in search of a motive that will push them to leave their comfort zone. So what exactly is the call to adventure or the call to action that will push Boruto to go to the next stage? One thing that I can notice is whatever Boruto's motive is, it seems like it will push him to leave the village. So there's a category of theories that I've seen in the community that will push Boruto to leave the village. These categories all fall under the pretext that Boruto will leave the village because of Momoshiki. This means that Boruto will leave the village either because he killed Sasuke, or when Momoshiki possesses him, he kills someone else. Or the 5 Kages may send assassins to kill Boruto because Naruto is unable to do it. So Boruto will end up leaving because he understands that he became a threat to the village. Those are the options that I've been seeing going around the community when discussing Boruto leaving the village. However, this just seems a little too predictable to me. which is why I don't personally think that these are the motives or call to journey that Boruto will have to leave the village. I personally believe that Boruto will leave the village to search for other Otsuzukis and learn more about the Otsutsuki clan. Boruto's call to action will either come from Ida or Momoshiki. Since we do not know Ida's abilities to its full extent, let's just go with the narrative that she is only aware of the things that happen in this planet. So this means that she is only aware of the things that are happening on Earth. So she would know everything that happened from the beginning when the Otsutsukis first arrived and to right now. So she would know who are the missing Otsuzukis that have been revealed to us when Sasuke went into Ishiki's palace. And now when she reveals the information to the Leaf about the missing Otsuzukis, Sasuke will be the one to be sent out to go investigate. But since Sasuke doesn't have the Rinnegan, he will go with Boruto, who will be able to use space-time ninjutsu because he has the karma. This will push Boruto to the next stage, which is the stage of assistance, where he will go with Sasuke and learn more about the Otsuzukis. However, this does not have to be Ida. It could potentially be Momoshiki. And many of you guys may say, why would Momoshiki reveal this information to Boruto? The answer is quite simple, and it is the same reason why Momoshiki saved Boruto. The reason why Momoshiki saved Boruto is because if Boruto dies, he dies. So the reason why Momoshiki will give Boruto that information, because if the Otsuzukis come and potentially destroy Earth alongside Boruto, Momoshiki would die too. But Momoshiki doesn't want that. Momoshiki doesn't want to die. So he will tell Boruto about the upcoming threats so that Boruto is not put in a scenario where he would end up dying. This is why he will embark on the quest with Sasuke to go find some sort of answers about the Otsuzukis, just like Sasuke did in the past. During this time, you will see Boruto learn how to use his sword. He will probably start wearing similar clothes to Sasuke as their relationship deepens. However, when it comes to Kawaki and what he will end up doing, it's a bit complicated. One thing we know is that Kawaki will do everything to protect Naruto. Everything he has done in the past has been to protect Naruto, from meeting up with Code and even killing Boruto. So basically, this gives us a hint of what will happen after this arc. You see, Kawaki wants to protect Naruto, and the only way he'll be able to do that is if he remains in the village alongside Naruto, which means he will be the one to protect Naruto and the village while Boruto is away with Sasuke. One of my subscribers, Boruto the Last, offers an explanation to what was happening to this time skip with links to the theories that I've discussed in this video. He explains that Kawaki will send Naruto to another dimension because the Otsuzukis have invaded. The Otsuzukis would come to invade because chakra is still present on Earth, which will draw attention to the Otsuzukis because chakra is what is needed to plant the God tree. So the best option would be for Kawaki to transport Naruto and his loved ones to another dimensions. So, while Boruto is away, Kawaki will be the only one in the village and will have to come up with a plan to save his loved ones, which is mainly Naruto and his family. But during this time, what exactly will Boruto be doing and where will he be at? Watch this video right here to find out what Boruto will be doing during this time.